Your bumper big, girl, girl, girl. Your bumper big, girl, girl.
Was it in
Your
there?
bumper big, girl,
Slowly.
girl. Your bumper big, girl, girl, girl. Your bumper big, girl, girl, girl. Your bumper big, girl, girl, girl. Your bumper big.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your set good friend Tash here.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
This is gonna be a very interesting video. Again, I'd like to hope that this will be my last embarrassing video, my last vulnerable video. Tell me, it probably won't be. I actually wrote down what it is I needed to talk about so that I don't get confused or go off track. This video is gonna be about my weight loss journey, and if I'm honest, I didn't actually notice how much weight it is that I had lost, but I noticed at the same time. But I didn't at the same time because I was constantly looking at the scale, and I didn't stop looking at the scale until like early August. When I got back from Belgium, looked at the scale one time in London and I just never looked again because I was just thinking, this number is not moving. Why am I stuck at this big weight? But it wasn't actually that big. At that time I had lost around 30 pounds. I was just thinking, oh, I need to lose this by this time. I didn't really have anything special, but I just had a goal to myself that I wanted to be under 200 pounds by my birthday. Girl, did I go and check that scale here in Thailand and see that I was under 200 pounds? Yes, I did. I just want to give you a little backstory of how it is I reached the size it is that I was in the beginning of this video. I'm going to talk about it very briefly and I'm just going to go straight to the point. No explanation. We're not going to deep dive into it. It is a long day. But I was going through depression, but my depression just got worse over time. If you didn't already see on my TikTok, I had opened up about depression in children. Unfortunately, I lost my sister at a very young age, so I just grew up a depressed and angrier child. Also, growing up, I was constantly like in toxic situations. Yeah, again, brief, straight to the point. I went through a heartbreak, very, very brief, not getting into it. Throughout having such a shitty life, that's how I felt. I just blamed myself for everything. Because, girl, why did you have to be the fastest swimmer? I'm just being realistic. I'm just, putting out there. I want to speak my mind. I'm not about to come on this camera and be fake with you guys. There's just no point. If I'm on YouTube, I'm on YouTube. You're just gonna get me, and you're gonna just get the true me and whatever comes with that. Second, your skin. Okay, next. Just going through such this shitty lifestyle, growing up in my years, I found comfort in food. And every time I went through a certain scenario in life, every time things seemed to get worse, the more I would eat. I would eat when I was stressed. Even when I was not hungry, I would eat. Why? I don't know. It was genuinely just a comfort thing for me. Like, I felt comfortable just eating. It made me feel safe. 2024 came around and I did give it a shot to actually, try and lose weight and, get back into the gym and eat healthy. But 2024 was the year that I decided, let me be a big girl and let me be financially responsible. Let me track my expenses. Girl, there was this 1 month in my expense sheet where I had spent £800 on takeaway, £800 on Uber Eats, on food. I just wasn't cooking. Like, I was depressed. I was very, very depressed that month. I'll be so real, because when I was going through the camera and I did see what the hell I was doing, I wasn't really doing much other than being in this depressive state, in this deep, dark room, not getting out. Like, I wasn't doing nothing. That's what inspired me to give it a shot. I'm gonna try again. And throughout March, I created a bunch of videos. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really survive. I don't know what happened. I think exercise, eating food, it was fluctuating. It was like one day I was eating decent, the other day I was eating junk food. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but during that year, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna sort this out. Like, I'm gonna finally try. Girl, somehow, some way down that line, I fell back into my depressive state. You could say that. Like, I just yeah, it was long. I kind of somewhat gave up, I guess. I feel like it's normal for people when they're trying to lose weight, like they will start something and then they stop, they start again, they stop, and then there's just no consistency there. It's like all over the place. You don't have a routine, and then it's like, oh my god, I started working out, I've been working out now for 5 days, why am I not 2 pounds? Why is the scale not moving? I think I was being a bit too harsh on myself. I wasn't really kind. As you guys know, if you watched my previous video, I had a breakdown on my birthday and I was like, yes, I'm going to change my life around, you know, tears. The girl was going through it. It was dark times. As much as I had a breakdown on my birthday, I actually didn't go straight into, oh my god, I want to lose weight. I wanted to, but again, my body was still like, yes, in my mind I wanted to move, but my body just did not want to cooperate with me, and I was still like stuck at this standstill. Like I was still trying to do things, I guess, but I just couldn't pull myself together to, I don't know, get up and just, you know, go for walks. So it was like, I am moving, but I barely am moving at the same time. I think I was more focused on probably like clearing my environment and just doing the basics of, you know, trying to get out of that dark space. And that was like probably decluttering my room and throwing away things, etc, etc. December 31st has come. December 31st has come and I've gone to take my ass on that scale. I looked at myself in that mirror and for the first time I saw myself through the naked eye. It was like I was looking at myself and I did not recognize what it is I had become. I was looking at myself like, when did this happen? Like how did I not see this happen? Like I genuinely looked at myself and I just look big. But the thing is though, is that when I saw that video, yeah, I saw myself big, but when I see myself now at the size that I am now, because I'm not gonna lie, a few weeks ago, I think I have body dysmorphia. I was looking at myself and I was like, oh my god, I am so fat. Guys, can I even tell you that I didn't even know I had this video in my phone until I saw that there was a hidden folder and I was thinking, I have a hidden folder? What's in here? I'm going to unlock this hidden folder. There is one video in there and it's that video. I saw the video, it traumatized me. Okay, I'm not her and I'm not fat. Like, I have to keep telling myself that I'm not that girl anymore, even though I still feel like her. Like I might have like loose skin, I might need to, you know, tighten up here and there, but I'm not that girl anymore. But she still haunts me. So yeah, January came and I'm not gonna lie. Around January to March, I feel like I was like experimenting. I was playing around. Like yes, I was moving my body again, but I weren't really taking it seriously because I still wasn't eating clean, but I probably was exercising, but I didn't exercise consistently. March comes. And I feel like when March comes, you know, it's like, oh my god, the year is starting to move fast. We're in the 3rd month already. Yeah, March came and I got back out of that depressive state again. If I'm so real with you guys, I'm going through a battle in life. I said in my last video that I have my high highs, and when I'm high, I can do anything like in this world. I just want to let you guys know from now that as much as yes, I have my high highs, my downs match my high highs energy. It's like, it's not good, and that's something that I'm working on. I had my high moment and this happened. In here's crazy right now, I don't really care. This is week 1 of me trying to lose weight. I'm just in the mirror and I'm like, when am I actually gonna just take this seriously? Like I was doing so well, fell off. Doing so well, fell off. But I actually just want to lock right in. I need to lock in. Like I need to lock in. By the time my birthday comes, November 1st, I am going to be a complete different woman. I'm gonna be the best woman that I possibly can be. I'm gonna be in a better position. This is gonna be a testimony for me. I'm gonna be in a whole different place by the time my birthday comes. I promise you. With that being said, I'm about to get ready for the gym. I know I need to brush my hair. The reason why I'm so confident that by the time my birthday comes, I'm gonna be a complete different person is because God has always told me so. God, from a very young age, installed in me that I'm supposed to be a type of woman in a type of position, and I've always seen it, I've always visioned it. God has made that path for me, but I've always just been sat still, not doing nothing. When I tell you I'm gonna lose all of this weight, you have to lose to win. So I'm about to lose to win. I'm just in the mirror. It's like I can feel it. Like I can feel the end goal, but I need to scope. I need to find a routine. I need to get in there. It's like I just have a glimpse, a little feel of what it is that my body is naturally supposed to be like. I'm happy that I've always been like a curvy girl, etc, etc. But I promise you, me and God, only been going them. Well, I'm gonna get rid of it all, I promise you. Starting from today. Today is Wednesday, the 12th of March. I have been trying to get myself in the gym from the 1st of the month since like last month. I was doing great last month, don't get me wrong, because I actually was in the gym. I was actually in the gym. But then I just fell off again. But the end of the year isn't here. I still have time. Time is always on your side. And I actually believe that because God has given me this time. When my time comes, my time comes. Everything is God's timing. Let's do it. Wednesday, the 12th of March is the day I decided to change my whole entire life. Before I dive into where my head was at in March, I actually want to give you guys like a background of how it is that I have started. I used to go to the gym. I used to be quite active in primary school. Like I used to be the chubby child, but I also used to be super flexible. I used to be super active, but I did not ever in my life go to PE. Like I was active outside of school because bitches used to bully me in PE. Let me not even get into it. You bitches used to fucking bully me when it came to PE, and I just told myself I would never go to a fucking PE lesson again, and I didn't. I didn't go to PE throughout primary school and secondary school because people used to mock me. I used to get bullied and picked on about my weight and how I used to be big and this and that. Anyways, I used to go to the gym from like 8 or 9 years old with my sister. And if you don't know, before you think,
oh, gym at that age.
Yes, gym at that age. If you didn't know, there was like a gym in Brixton, the recreation centre, and they had like an adults gym and they also had a kids gym. And the kids gym, they would have like a personal trainer and they would play like the funky music, funky house and all of those things. Like he used to go down the little boxing section down on the left hand side over there. Listen, I actually used to love it. Gym kind of started from a young age for me. I used to go like once a week. It was like every Saturday, and then we fell off, and then we went again, and then we fell off. It's been like that like my whole entire life. Like I will go, I fall off. I go, I fall off. I started going again at the age of 16. I would go to Flaxman Gym Centre, whatever it is. It's a very popular gym for the men in Camberwell. I used to go there every Saturdays. I would train. I had a personal trainer. He used to push me to the limits, but I used to hate getting up to go to his sessions because it would be like, yeah, I have to do like 4 sets of 20, 4 sets of this. Then I have to do that. You see, the next day, body was mash up. My body was popping off. My body, it was like my spirit wanted to come out and leave me. The way I used to wake up in so much pain. Like I just didn't understand why I was in so much pain. I generally just could not move. And I would not go to the gym again until the following Saturday because it would take a whole week for my body to stop aching and then for me to do it again and go through the whole process again. I ended up giving up because I was just thinking, no, this is not normal. And the process of like the whole on and off, yes, I'm going to the gym, no, I'm not going to the gym, that just happened like throughout my years. There was no consistency. There would be months on, months off, years on, years off. I don't want this video to be long, but I feel like I'm chatting off so much already, and in here is actually getting dark. Did I turn the light on? Hold on. Okay, this looks so much better and it makes me feel like I want to repeat the whole video, but I'm not going to do that because then it's not going to be authentic. So I'm just going to keep it how it is. I apologise in advance. March was a very high moment for me, and I decided that I wanted to take myself for a challenge. So I started doing things that I liked. Dancing. So when I was decluttering my room, it was bashment time. It was bashment time. You know? No, let me stop. I turned a whole, little in my bedroom. I feel like everyone has their little mini parties, but yeah, I had my little mini parties. Back in the day, I used to be a twerkaholic. I used to like shaking yash, like that was just me. Like I used to like doing them sort of things. So I started doing it again because it was something that I liked, and I was moving my body. That meant I was losing calories, girl. So I did just that. I also started incorporating home workouts. I couldn't afford to go to the gym. I was in this small studio room in Kilburn. That place drained. It took away my money. So I decided to do homeworks. I bought myself a mat. I got myself dumbbells, and every morning I would do Grow with Joe stretching. That's what it is I started off with. I started off with stretching. I didn't immediately just jump into, oh my God, I want to work out. How can I go from a depressive state to just working out instantly? It didn't work like that. This is how it started. 1, I started having bashment parties or R&B parties or indoor parties whilst I was decluttering my room. Number 2, I started stretching every day, Grow with Joe. And it was this specific video that I would stretch to every morning without fail, because I felt like I was doing something. And I did that for like a month. Let me not lie. It was like 7 days first, and then I stopped, fell off again. But then like a week later, I would go straight back into it. I would do that every day because that meant that I was creating a routine for myself to stretch and to move my body first thing in the morning for 15 minutes. Because in my head, I was thinking, there was one time I was just sitting there and I was scrolling on social media, doing nothing other than sitting there feeling depressed, when I could have done at least a 15-minute workout that will get me towards my goal. So I did this 15-minute stretch every morning. Grow with Joe, guys. Grow with Joe. When I felt in a position where I felt comfortable with stretching again, I was starting to regain my flexibility, and I felt like, do you know what? That stretch was absolutely amazing. I want to do more. I then incorporated doing her 5-day challenge, and I did do her 5-day challenge, but I was thinking, if I was going to the gym, then I would have done so much more, because the 5-day challenge is only like 35 minutes, but it was a really good 35 minutes. But it got to a point where, yes, I had completed it 1 week. One day I decided to wake up and try again, because after I completed the 5 days, I fell off again. Guys, if you don't know already, I'm gonna let you guys know from the story, is that throughout this whole year, I got up, I did it, I stopped, I felt like I failed, but I got up again and I tried again. That's just the main point. I got up every day, not every day, but I got up every time I failed and I tried again. It got to a point where I wanted to do more and I wanted to see my results more. So I decided that with her 5-day challenge, I was gonna do this 5-day challenge again, but I'm gonna make it my own challenge, and I'm gonna make it 14 days long. And what that consisted of was me doing this 5 days. I was working out 5 days with Grow with Joe doing the challenge, but instead of doing just one set of 35 minutes, I would do 3 sets of 35 minutes. And I recorded that journey. Yeah. It's Monday, the 17th of March, and I want to restart my journey. And I only want to restart my journey only because I haven't been in my house for the past 48 hours. That doesn't mean that I failed, but it just means that I feel like just being outside of my own personal space, my comfort space. I weighed myself today. I am officially 249 pounds. That's after breakfast. I weighed myself, but I only had like lettuce and my pre-workout with some water. So this is day 1, and I had this idea that the workout I be doing is like 35 minutes a day with Grow with Joe, her little day 1, day 2. She goes back at day 5 and she kind of exercises your whole body. I've decided that I want to work out for 90 minutes a day, so I'm going to be repeating her videos 3 times, so that way I don't have to go into the gym, and as soon as I wake up and I do all of the the most uncomfortable things that I just don't want to do, and sometimes exercising is just that. So exercising is what I'm going to do right now for 90 minutes. I'm not sure what day 2 is because last time I did day 1, but I'm gonna do day 2. But I really just want to do like a process video of what is my body currently looks like. It feels good to release this, but fucking hell, this is what I look like at 249 pounds, 17th of March 2025. Please note, I was also inspired by this girl that did a transformation of her in like 14 days, and she was slim down. I was thinking, girl, you don't even know that I'm about to bring this to my channel. Guys, this is a 14-day challenge to see what I can do with myself. Like, she looks so snatched in the space of 14 days. Not saying that I will look snatched, but there was a slight difference, and I believe that I too can have a slight difference. This is officially day 1 out of my 14-day challenge. I'll be doing Grow with Joe, a little bit of Mr. London, because that man fucking kills me. That man kills me. If you watch my previous videos from how many months ago, probably even years ago when I was doing Mr. London, that man does not know. Love him dearly, by the way, because the results, chef's kiss, but that man does not know. He probably does know deep down here, but he will be receiving the cussing. That man takes the patois out of me. Listen, let's resume. Dumbbells. I'm halfway through my workout. Not even halfway. I'm halfway through set 1. I have 2 sets to go, and that means I'll be repeating this 35-minute workout 2 more times, so that way I'm working for an hour and a half every day. Well, for 5 days, and then I have 2 days off, which is Saturday and Sunday. Let's see how much I can shred in that time. Also in the space of me eating healthy and 1 cheat meal a day, but it's not 1 cheat meal a day, sorry. With 1 cheat meal a week, but it's not that cheat meal you think it's going to be. On the last 2 days of the week, I would do, like, for example, the Saturday and Sunday, there was no Grow with Joe workouts. I would actually incorporate Mr. London. Just to let you know, we're not just on March. I think this is like March and a bit of April, because if you go back to my other video, I actually was traveling quite a bit and I hardly was in the UK, but March at that time was my prime, and this is what I was doing. I was genuinely focusing on my fitness before I fell down again and then got myself back up in Belgium, and I started working on the routine over there. Mr. London has a bunch of like videos. He has videos dedicated to women. If I do tag Mr. London in this video, I feel like I should. Hi sir.
Hi Essie's husband.
It was me back in 2000, I think 21, was it 2019? I can't remember, but he had a link in his bio one time. He was looking for clients to coach, and I was like, yeah, I want to take my weight loss seriously, la di la di la. Let me reach out to Mr. London, because I really did try his workouts back then as well. I was on and off his programs for a long time. I got to this meeting and I turned my screen off through the whole meeting, and on top of it, whilst I was in this meeting, I was even feeling depressed, but I had some sort of a light in me that this may be the way forward. He was asking questions about what it is I wanted to gain, or I don't know, he was just asking me, you know, normal questions a personal trainer would ask you, but I just genuinely just could not answer them because I felt so embarrassed. I've come to this meeting. I refused to turn my camera on. It wasn't an issue anyway, but I felt like I was being disrespectful by not having my camera on because he had his camera on. I would like to apologise to you, sir, Mr. London. I was going through it at the time. But yeah, I ended up wasting his time as well as mine. But I like to see the good in that journey, as that was like the first light into, yes, I want to change, but I'm kind of still scared to change. Anyways, the point of that is that during my 2 off days, I would have 1 relaxed day, and the second one I would do like a Mr. London workout. And let me tell you, out of those 2, Mr. London and Grow with Joe was my girl. She was my girl. Like, I was having fun. Don't get me wrong, I was having fun with Mr. London too. But Mr. London, sir, you don't even know. You probably do know it. Oh, I don't actually even know. But you was getting cussed out on a daily. That man, if he ever trained me in real life. Anyways, that man really did get a cussing from me. But do you know what it is? I'm happy because it was like I had a trainer that was fun, and then I had a trainer that was a bit hard on me, but they both know that I can do it, kind of thing. That's how, I can't really explain it, but that's how I felt. It felt like I was genuinely being trained by these two individuals. So throughout the beginning of this year, my personal trainers to me were Grow with Joe and Mr. London. If they don't know, they know it now. Going on to meals. There were times where I did try to do the healthy thing by myself, meaning that I thought that I was eating healthy, but I weren't really eating healthy, or weren't eating healthy at all. Like, I would work out, but my meals just did not incorporate with the workout. It was like, yes, I was working out, I was putting all my effort into this workout, but what I was eating was pure shit. I wanted to stop the takeaway thing. Again, I had spent that £800 that 1 month, and that really pissed me off. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to start cooking. And I know how to cook, but after trying to learn how to cook healthier meals and knowing what is good for my body, high protein, the veg, and the benefits of what it is I'm putting into me, I can cook. I can cook. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, I went from eating a bunch of junk food, and I was like, no, that's enough. Because I'm not gonna lie, throughout me eating junk food, because I was comfort eating with food, there was a point in time where I had comfort ate so much that I made myself feel sick. Not purposely, but I was eating knowing that I was full, but because I was so stressed, I would continue anyways. It was like I overdosed on food. It made me feel sick. I decided to invest in a meal plan. That's what I wanted. I wanted to find like a proper meal plan, but I could not seem to find it. I could not find a free meal plan, like someone that can share what it is that they're eating. And anytime I came across a meal plan and it was free from these personal trainers that look good and stuff, they were eating rabbit food. And I was thinking, this is not going to work out. And I feel like that was like the reason why I ended up going back to eating junk food. I decided, do you know what? I'm going to stick to Grove Joe and Mr. London, but because I know that Mr. London is from the UK, he would have more of like an understanding. I've watched this man for years on end. It's only right that I invest in someone that I've seen do it, that I've seen train other women. So I decided to go and purchase his app, and with his app it comes with like exercises and challenges and meal preps and just hundreds of meals that you can make from scratch, and some of them are easy, quite nice, very filling. And that's where I learned more about nutrition. That's where I learned more about food and how much it is that I need to be consuming or whatever not. When I started eating the meal prep that he had provided for me, I was just thinking, is this how much food I'm supposed to be consuming? Like, the cheek of me, the actual cheek of me. I'm a big back already. So when I decided to start making his meals, and they were all personalized to me and my size and my weight at the time, it was like, this is a lot of food. I would like have a bowl, and there would be so much food in there. Like, it used to be so heavy, high in protein, but very, very low calories. I'm talking like 500-600 calories, and I'm just thinking, so you're telling me that I can actually eat as much as I want to this meal plan and still be in like some sort of calorie deficit? In the app, he gives you breakfast, lunch, a snack and dinner. I remember getting all the meal prep for that month, and I was actually so gassed. First day came around and I had made the breakfast, I had made the lunch. By lunchtime, I was full. Do you think I had room for dinner? Huh? No. So I couldn't actually complete any of my meal plan. I'll be so real. When you go onto Mr. London's app, for me personally, I could only eat 2 meals a day. Those 2 meals would carry me throughout the day. I was full. And do you want to know why? They were all very much high in protein, and I would love to share like my favorite recipes with you, but it's not mine to share. If you guys want to, you know, check out a good meal prep plan, I would definitely recommend Mr. London's. Please note as well, I do not eat egg. I don't eat egg. I really be trying, but it's not for me. I will say that Mr. London is the only person that has made me consume 2 eggs without me realizing that I'm eating egg, and it was good too. If you go onto the app, there's like this little egg cauliflower rice dish. Mr. London ate with that. He ate with that one. I couldn't have it every day, obviously, but that was really, really good. But the portion size, oh my god, do you think I ate the whole thing? I could not eat the whole thing. I had like half. I'm not gonna lie, I was being very wasteful. What I learned from having this meal plan and eating properly is that I was having food that made me feel full. In my head at the time, I was just thinking, why is it that I am so full? Protein. I was not eating enough protein. When you're eating junk food, there is not enough protein, and that's why you get hungry and you want to eat more or whatever not. So when you decide that, oh my god, I want to start eating clean, I want to start taking my weight loss journey seriously, I understand it now. You cannot lose the weight until you fix your kitchen and what it is that you're eating. You need to fix what it is you're consuming before it is you lose the weight. I learned that month. I wonder if I can still log in. I have my tracker because I was able to like track every month like how much weight I had lost, and I remember losing around 10 pounds that month of me eating clean with Mr. London, and I was just like, wow, I did that. Okay, so this is the app. I had restarted the app, and if you see right here, 14th of July, I was 102.5 kilograms. This video is definitely going to be long. Oh my god, I'm so sorry guys. Before we move on, another thing that I did was I decided that as much as, yes, in the beginning I wasn't eating clean, I hadn't started my meal prep or whatever not, and I was still consuming like junk food, it wasn't really balanced. I decided to sacrifice liquids instead of food. Instead of me like drinking like fizzy drinks, I would only consume water, nothing else. Water, maybe tea, and coconut water. But coconut water actually came later down the line. In the beginning, I strictly only had water. I strictly ever had tea in the mornings, no sugar. Until this very day, I still do not take sugar in my tea. The crazy thing is, as well, is what I noticed when I decided to stop taking sugar in things, is that everything that I consume now tastes so sugary. If I was supposed to like make my tea and put like 2 teaspoons of sugar, I'm gonna feel like you've just given me a cup of diabetes, because what is this? Why is it so sugary? I cut out sugar. Let's go into supplements. I'm gonna tell you what supplements it is that I took during my journey, but I'm going to tell you again, if you do not have a diet, not necessarily a diet because I wasn't on a diet, I just decided to eat clean. If you are not eating clean, and I'm not telling you that you need to throw away your takeaway nights or whatever, not like that, because I didn't throw away my takeaway nights. I just made sure that 6 days out of that week it was pure clean, and then I had that one snack once a month, because it wasn't like an every week thing, because I felt like I was cheating myself. You're gonna get to a point once you've created that routine in eating clean and exercise and moving your body, that when you decide to pick up junk food, when you decide to sit down for too long and give up, you're gonna feel like you're cheating yourself. And that's exactly how it is I felt. And when I would consume junk food again, it tasted like fucking shit, because I was starting to eat clean. Any things that I used to love and I used to comfort eat on, it didn't taste nice. It tasted like rubbish. Please, I am begging you, if you're not eating clean, if you're not moving your body, these supplements are not going to work for you. You need to have already those 2 things in place before you decide to go on and use these. Going on to supplements on your weight loss journey, they're supposed to be a bonus for you once you're in routine, not
Oh, I'm going to get my supplements, go in this routine, and think that it's going to work.
because it's not going to work. I promise you it's not going to work. I tried it already. It's not going to work. You need to put your body in a routine first. And I'm going to keep telling you, you need to put your body in a routine first. You need to make sure your body is moving, and you need to be eating clean before you consume any of these supplements. But I started taking OxyShred. The only reason why I decided to take OxyShred is because I used to hear a lot of people talk about how it was caffeine and it gives you some sort of energy. I didn't really know that it helped with weight loss, but before I had even taken OxyShred, I was already on L-carnitine and L-glutamine. L-carnitine helps you sweat, and L-glutamine, I'm saying this from what I'm aware of, it helps rebuild your muscle. So when back in the day I was feeling mash up and pop down the next day after a gym session, if I had taken L-glutamine, I would have felt a bit less pain. It kind of repairs the muscle quicker. If it's not that, please correct me in the comment section, but that's what I felt like it did for me. So when I saw that OxyShred had already L-glutamine and it had L-carnitine in there already, it didn't really say how much the percentage was. I feel like I was getting more from just taking the actual supplement than in OxyShred, and it just got to the point I was just taking OxyShred for caffeine purposes because I couldn't consume coffee. Coffee, for some reason, it makes me feel tired. If I consume coffee, I'm going to my bed. KO. And even with most energy drinks as well, they make me feel super tired. Every time I've taken OxyShred, at least like 10 to 15 minutes before my gym session, it's like I'm very amped. It's like I'm on a high. I'll go there and I can push my body to the max in the gym, or whilst I'm on my walk, I can walk for longer because I just have this sudden burst of energy. And that's the reason why I personally took OxyShred. I wasn't on OxyShred for a long period of time, but I would say I was on OxyShred 2 months because I was also not very serious with it. But then I was serious with it when I decided to go back and take my weight loss journey seriously. Would I buy it again? Most likely not, because there's other ways that I can get energy from. I'll be real. Another supplement that I was on, I'm going to give you 2 more that I was on, and that was maca root and I was on ashwagandha. I was on maca root because it's supposed to be good for your sexual health. There's other benefits to it, but it makes you a bit more happy, something along those lines. With ashwagandha, I was taking that because it made me feel, I don't know how to explain it, but it kind of calmed me down. Because I'm somebody that was like constantly depressed, when I first started ashwagandha, it was like smoking, you know, weed. I was on a high. But ashwagandha is not something that you're supposed to be using for like long-term purposes. It's like short-term, maybe like 2 to 3 months, maybe, depending on your dosage, I guess. Ashwagandha kept me very calm. Maca root made me feel happy. L-carnitine made me sweat a lot, and L-glutamine made my recovery a bit more bearing. To sum up this video, a few random tips that I will give you on your weight loss journey that helped me personally get to 261 pounds to today 197 pounds. What is crazy is that I've managed to do that in under a year. And I'm telling you, if you follow what it is I'm saying to you, because please note, I haven't done this with like a hired personal trainer. Yes, I had help from Mr. London and Grow with Joe, but it's all in your mind. You need to create that routine for yourself to want to actually get up and lose this weight. Number 1, don't think about it. There was a time I was just constantly on the scale. Every day after the gym, I was on the scale. The scale wasn't moving. The scale was not moving. So I decided that I would do it like every month. And every month, the scale still wasn't moving. And I'm not going to lie, I was just thinking, do you know what? I can't be asked. I'm not going to bother. I just want to say that when I did go to Belgium, I actually stopped following the meal prepping plan from Mr. London. But I still was eating in moderation. Like, I will still have high vegetables, I'll still have my fruits, I would still eat in proportion. Like, I wouldn't overdo it, because especially because I was eating like from a small bowl instead of this big bowl, I would eat from a small bowl. My gut shrank and I couldn't overeat anymore. So don't think about it. Continue to do what it is that you're doing. Move your body, do your exercising, eat clean. Just don't think about it. As long as you have, I don't know how to say this, but just have a bunch of greens. Eat as much greens as possible. Eat as much fruit as possible, but eat less, like, I don't know, carbs. Like, you can eat carbs, but just try not to eat them on a daily basis. I'll make another video on my meal prepping and what it is I ate in another video. Food in general, I understand when they say that losing weight is 90% of what it is you eat and 10% working out. Guys, it is true. 90% is what you eat. If you decide to change what it is you're eating and not exercise, you will still lose weight. If you decide to eat clean and exercise, you're going to lose weight, but you're going to look very good with it. Like, you won't have as much loose skin. Like, you're going to look very much toned. You're going to look, you know, active. Another tip I'll give you is to read your affirmations, because, girl, if I did not read my affirmations every day, I feel like I would have given up, and I would have stayed given up. Like, I wouldn't have gotten up to try again. Always have positive words on your phone screen, just around you, the people around you. Just make sure that you are not in a place where you can easily consume negativity. Because I'm telling you, you might just, you know, undo that whole process, this whole goal of losing weight. Tip number 3, I told myself that I am not going to buy any clothes for myself. I'm not really a clothes person in general, guys. You see my videos, I be wearing the same stuff all the time. Like, I don't have this full wardrobe. That's just me. I decided to keep like 1 or 2 pieces of clothes that did not fit me. I even bought a pair of trousers that did not fit me, and I told myself that when I can fit into this, I've reached my goal. And I actually want to show you, because I didn't know that I had reached my goal until I decided that, let me try this on, kind of thing. And I had reached my goal before I got to Thailand, so this is it. Please note, I had got those trousers like 2 years ago. I think I got them from, where did I get them from? Mars the Label. I got them from Mars the Label in large, and they did not go over my arms compared to me now. I actually can't believe that I did that. I feel like one more tip to wrap up this video. I promise you, you do not need an Apple Watch. You do not need any sort of watch to exercise with. I promise you, you most likely are not going to use it. You're not going to use it. Like, it's all good that, yeah, you track your steps and blah, 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 blah. Girl, you're not gonna use it. I have a whole Apple Watch. I would use it from time to time. I was consistent with it for like a week. Guys, I don't have time. I just make sure to have like my phone always on me, in my pocket, in my hand. I let my phone do all of the tracking. If you go onto your iPhone, it has the health app, it tracks your steps, or you can download a step app and you can track your steps. Do not invest in that Apple Watch, or don't invest in it right now. If you feel like it, go ahead, that's on you. For me personally, there is no point. Don't waste your money. Use the Apple Watch money to meal prep and actually learn how to create great healthy meals. Also, check out my description box below. I literally have a whole guide for you to follow my exact routine of how it is that I got from this to this in the space of 7 months. It's been 7 months of me actually being locked in. If I can do it, so can you. Check it out in the description box below, and also give this video a like, subscribe as per usual, and okay, let's continue. There's one more thing that I wanted to put in this video before I ended the video, but I've already ended the video. But if you're still here, great. Here's a bonus. Just because you are big, it doesn't mean that you can't wear that thing that you want to wear because you don't have a flat stomach, or because your arms are big, or you're gonna wait until you're skinny, or until, you know, you reach a certain level to wear certain things. Don't do that. Put it on. Put it on and learn to feel confident in the body that you are currently in. I didn't realize that as I'm editing this video and I'm seeing all of these videos of me at my biggest weight, I didn't feel big. I was confident in my weight. I started to wear bikinis. I started putting on things that I won't usually wear, because why not? This wasn't made just for a skinny girl. This was made for everybody. I can rock it too, and I probably can rock it even better. That's another tip I'll give to you guys. Make sure that when you decide that, yeah, you're going on this weight loss journey, feel confident in your now. The day you decide to start your weight loss journey is the day you need to feel confident in who it is you are right now. Feel confident in your skin and feel confident as you pursue this journey. If you can train your mind to love you and to love the routine and to love the process, I'm telling you, you will reach your goals so much quicker if you just train your mind. If you have a strong mind, if you can stay consistent, if you can eat clean, girl, you gon' get it. You gon' get it, and I believe in you. I believe in you. I'm gonna end the video here, but girl, being the Lulu is the Salulu. Okay, bye.